And good morning to you. It's Saturday, what is it? 6th of December 2014. Good morning and welcome to today's United Kingdom talk. Here we are. It's a very nice day out there, actually. The sun is beaming, boys and girls. I've already managed to do a little bit of washing today. Well, I say a bit of washing. I've managed to put away the washing from the other day. I've now got is that echoing? Just a minute, let me turn that down a bit. I've now got a clothes horse. You know those things that you put clothes over that sits in the kitchen? Because at the moment I've been trying to hang me washing out in the garden. And it's just not drying because it's been a bit damp. A bit like the show, to be honest. Wet and damp, do you think? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So I've been hanging it over this clothes horse. What I did before, I've been doing it for years, is hanging it over the top of the stairs because I've got like a I don't know what you call it. You know, you get to the top of the stairs, and in between the stairs going down and the side of the house, there's like this rail. There's like 2 or 3 rails there. And I've been hanging it over there for years. Of course, noticing you get a bit of condensation on the inside of the windows. But it's not too bad. It's only a little bit at the bottom. But then I read somewhere last week that people had been doing this and been having worse problems with their asthma. And on further research, because I like to do my research, I'm not one to sit here and talk crap if I don't know it. You know me, I don't talk crap. And, sorry? No, I don't. Well, I don't mean to. My best friend thinks I talk crap all the time, constantly. He really does, but I don't. I do a little bit of research, and I found this fungal disease that apparently can enter your lungs and make your breathing much worse. Now, I have sometimes the asthma rears its ugly head and it gets a little bit bad, and you know, you take that little blue puffy thing, I haven't got one here, that little blue puffy go, and it doesn't seem to be doing much. You know what I mean? So, according to this thing, it's really not good for your health to dry washing indoors within the house. So I've stopped doing that. And a while ago, I bought a clothes horse. Actually, and I've never used it. It went in the shed next door there. And has just sat there. So I've got that out of there and put it in the kitchen because I've got a reasonably sized kitchen with a lot of space. Well, there's only me here. I've got a lot of space in the kitchen. So I'm now hanging it out in the kitchen and keeping that, well, I always keep the kitchen door closed anyway. So that's kind of separate from the rest of the house. And it's drying off nicely in there. So I've already done that this morning. And I've been doing that for a little while now. And actually, you know, I would say the breathing's better. So there's something, if you've got, you know, a little bit of a asthma or a COPD, something like that, then don't dry your washing indoors. Do it in a room, perhaps, but keep that door closed and maybe the windows slightly open to let the old damp get out there. All right, there we are. Medical advice from Chris Reardon International. I've got more medical things coming up in a minute. Good morning to Terry H. Good morning to Terry H, who says, sorry for the delay on commenting on the post, because I think it was on yesterday's or Thursday's show, I was telling you that I have now completed my experiment on doing... This is a bit squeaky today, isn't it? Hang on, let me see if I can bang the squeaks out of it. Is that stopped? Yeah, it stopped. Hey, look at that. You can bang the squeaks out of a chair. So what I did for 6 days, I ran the central heating on timer. So it would come on and off 3 times a day at given times, depending on where I'm working. And then for 6 days, I had it on constant. And the difference in the amount of gas used was 2 numbers on the little meter. Now, I wasn't sure whether this was 2 units or 2 numbers on the meter that they then multiply and divide by something, only to confuse you and me. You know, this is still squeaking, isn't it? They only do it to confuse me and you and me. You know, when you look at the bill and it's all this multiplied by, you know, kilowatt hours, and oh, what a load of old tosh. What does it all mean? We don't know, and they know we don't know that. That's why the bills keep going up. Yes. Anyway, I put this on Terry H's wall. Terry H in Leeds. Good morning, Terry, who's just joined us this morning on time. I'm glad to see that, Terry. Congratulations for being on there on time, as usual. You know, as usual, Terry is one of the few people that is there on time almost every week. I don't think you were there last week, Terry. Your little light didn't come on in the studio. Oh, yes. Everyone's got a little light in the studio, and if it doesn't come on, I know you're not there. Don't think, you know, and people do this. Oh, I'm still watching your show, Chris, and then they'll say, oh, did you see the one? Oh, I can't, no, what was that one? And they're lying. It's okay. If you don't want to watch all my shows, I understand that. I don't mind, you know, don't worry. Quite happy to sort of sit here talking to myself. Doesn't matter. No friends. You know. Anyway, back to this. And I put on Terry H's wall, when that number comes over on the meter, is that a unit or is there some sort of mathematical equation? Mathematical. Write that down. Mathematical. Chris Reardon has used a 5-syllable word on his programme. Those of you learning English will be pleased to hear that. Oh, yeah, I think we got someone learning English. We got a tweet this week. Good God, a tweet on the show. I couldn't believe it. I nearly fell through the floor. One of the first ever tweets to United Kingdom. I do have Twitter. My Twitter is Chris Reardon UK. You can follow me there. I don't do too many tweets, okay? It's really whenever there's a new video, up goes another tweet, or where I'm working at a particular night, up goes another tweet. That's about it. I don't tell you what I'm about to eat, or start posting pictures of my latest dinner, you know, or tell you when I'm about to go to the bathroom or the toilet. I'm not one of those tweeters, okay? So if you want to do the tweet thing, it's at Chris Reardon UK. At Chris Reardon UK is my Twitter thing. And I've got Facebook, facebook.com/ same name, Chris Reardon UK. Facebook.com/ Chris Reardon UK. And the tweet came from Peppero. Now, I'm not sure where he is. I'm looking at the picture and I'm thinking you look a bit Mexican, but I might be completely wrong. So where are you, Peppero, who says, I'm your biggest fan. I love your show. So thank you, Peppero. I have a feeling are you learning English? I'm not quite sure if you're learning English. That will be a good word to impress your English teachers. Mathematical. 5 syllables. Mathematical. Equation. Only 3 syllables. But it's better than 2. Mathematical equation. Oh, 8 syllables altogether in just 2 words. Look at that. I'm a master of the English language and literature. Although don't ask me about Shakespeare. Oh, God, what's all that about? Oh, Shakespeare. So boring. And what does it mean? Who knows what it is in another language? I might as well be learning Chinese or Japanese. Well, not quite, because they got those little pictures, haven't they? Little pictures of houses and faces and things. Very clever. Chinese and Japanese and Hebrew as well. Hebrew as well. That's got like little lines and pictures and things like that. Very clever to read that, really. Anyway, on with the question. So I asked Terry H, what do those numbers mean when they go round? He has replied now. Terry H, good morning, Chris. Sorry for the delay on commenting on the post. That's okay, Terry. I don't mind delays from you. You work for British Gas, so we're used to that. You know, people turning up late, or maybe not at all. I mean, it should be great for you just there. Really? You know? Would you come at 2 o'clock? Oh, no, it'll be all day, mate. All day, mate. Yeah, we'll be there all day. Pick up the phone. Hello? Is that British Gas? Yeah, it's now 10 o'clock at night. Are you still... Yes, they're definitely coming. They're on the way there. Lying bastards. Terry says, yes, each number represents a unit of gas, but we then convert that to... See, here, this is where they get you. We then convert that to kilowatt hours. Oh, what's one of those, Terry? Very loyal, dear. What does it say about me, though, that I am here live every week? You are there live. I don't think you were there last week, Terry. There's definitely a week you missed out because your light didn't come on. Either that or the bulb's blown. Which is unlikely because it's an LED now. Which is it? Terry. So, Terry, the difference between the timed and the constant was 2 numbers, so 2 units. Could you give me a rough number of that? You know, it doesn't have to be exact. You know, I know each firm is different. Each gas, would you call them a gas company or a power company now? Because you do both now, don't you? You all power company. What's the difference roughly in price of 2 units of gas? Could I have that information, please? Thank you. I'm standing by with my calculator. If I need to use it at all. Look how old this calculator is. My God, this is a Casio FX39. Who had one of these? Right, and I'm sure I've only ever changed batteries once or twice. Here, look at this. The battery's in here, right? March 2011. Look at that. Can you see that? March 2000. It's a bit. I can't really get that focused for you, but March 2011. And I must have put these in 2 or 3 years before that. They last forever, the batteries, in my Casio FX39 calculator. And I think I've had this, my God, at least 30 years. Do you remember, like, typing words or numbers onto the calculator and they would come up as words? Let me see if I can remember to do hello. Is it 5, 3, no, 5, H, 5, 3... 770, is it? Hang on. Nope, that's Ollie's. Hello. Which was the H? How did you do a H on a calculator? Anyone remember? Let's just type in some numbers and see. Oh, yeah, it's number 4, isn't it? Right, hang on. Do I have to take it back? H. So 43770. Turn it upside down. No, it's the wrong way around. That's back to front, isn't it? Oh, so do I have to do it the other way? So, O first, Hell, 7. Oh no, that don't work either. O dot LL 3 4. No, it is. Look, so that number there becomes hello, and we used to sit there for hours in school class, trying to work out other numbers to type into the calculator and get different words up. Come on, Terry, how much is that going to cost me? 2 units of gas, please. Do let me know. There's an email address if you'd like to join in at any time, boys and girls, whether you're watching the show live or recorded. My email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Good morning to Kieran, who says, afternoon, Chris, Hertfordshire calling. Good morning, Kieran. Nice to see you, sir. Nice to see you there, bright and awake. I believe Marge is with us this morning. She's writing letters on the Facebook wall. Morning, I'm here, barely woken up. Good morning, Marge. I hope it's warm there. It's a bit cold outside, but we've got the central heating on constant now because it's only costing me an extra 2 units of gas. It's been on constant now for 2 weeks. It's lovely and warm and cosy in here in the Royal Berkshire Television Radio Studios. It really is. Good morning to Wendy, who's already had a second piece of carrot cake this morning. You fat pig. You fat pig. Mind you, not as fat pig. I've just weighed myself, Wendy. Oh, no. Back to 13 stone, dear. But I'm not 13 and a half. It is going up. It's going up slowly. Possibly due to the meals I've had this week, which I shall come on and tell you about shortly. Yes, indeed. I'd like to thank a couple of people who have been retweeting my tweets about the show. Neptune78. Thank you very much. Every morning he retweets my tweets. And Angela Washington in the USA, one of the Manilow girls. Morning, Angie. All right, Angie. She's been retweeting my tweets about the show as well, so that is always, always much appreciated. If you're one of the Twitter people, then or indeed the Facebook people, if you could repost or retweet whenever I do a little show and put a link up, then that is greatly appreciated. All right. Once again, my Twitter is Chris Reardon UK. Chris Reardon UK is the Twitter, and the Facebook is facebook.com/Chris Reardon UK. Now, I wanted to ask you something. Okay, as you know, we have Skype on here as well. You can join in by Skype, right? Now, the Skype that I have is, all one word, Chris Reardon, CHRISREARDON. It's Chris Reardon. That's my Skype. Chris Reardon, all one word. Now, do you think, bearing in mind that there are already people with the Chris Reardon Skype thing, do you think it would not be a better idea to have a Skype United Kingdom talk? Would that be a better idea? Because I think that I don't know if that would be a better idea or not. Or now that the system is up and running as it is and has been doing for some years, and we should just stick to the Chris Reardon. It just kind of makes sense in my head to make a United Kingdom talk Skype. What do you think of that? I'd appreciate your comments. Okay, either on Skype. Skype in, all one word, Chris Reardon, CHRISREARDON, or maybe on the email as well for that one, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Do we need a United Kingdom talk Skype? Does that make it better? All right, thank you. Terry says, is your meter a cubic meter or cubic feet? Well, it was changed last year. So I'm assuming it would be cubic metre, Terry. And he says, roughly, metre is about £1.50-ish, or feet, about 3. So about £1.50. So it's probably costing me about £1.50 a week more on constant than it would be on central heating timer. Does that sound about right, Terry? So at 1, 2, 3, 4, it's like £6 a month. Just a moment, please. So it's £6 a month for 12 months. That would be £72. But of course, it's not on for 12 months. So we'll say £6 times 4. So it's 24. It's an extra 24 quid a year to leave it on constant. And actually, I think that's probably better off to leave it on constant where it's permanently warming it, especially for the cat and my plants. Don't forget all my plants. I've got spider plants all over the place in here. I've even got a Christmas tree in here at the moment. You can't see it, can you? It's ready to be installed for our little Christmas decorations and things which will appear next week. Not only Christmas decorations, but a special Christmas opening film and a special Christmas closing film. Would you like to see it now? No, it's for next week. It's too early. Too early for Christmas. No. They're all lined up in my system, ready to show you next week. What is it next Monday? Let me just check the date next Monday. Maybe I can start using the little Christmas closing ident from Monday. 8, 9, oh. No, I don't think so. Another week to wait, darling. No, it's too... No. Too early to show Christmas things on this programme. It absolutely is. We're not doing that. Terry said that hurt my head working that out. What, 2 units? How's that going to hurt your head? You're supposed to work for bloody British... And you're in the office billing department, aren't you? And you can't work that out. Is that why the bills are so high? Because you think, oh, I can't... Oh, well, let's just round it up to the nearest £100. Is that what's going on? Did you see what they said about N-Power on Watchdog this week? Oh, horrendous, dear. This bloke got a bill for £151,000. Tight-fisted bastard. He should just play it, shouldn't he? Pay it and shut up. He says, stick with Chris Reardon for the Skype. OK, Terry, that's your opinion there. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Skype, make it the same name as the show. So that's what Wendy said. She thinks there should be a United Kingdom talk Skype. Yeah. So that's one for each one. Let me just... I shall have to keep a tally of these, thank you. A tally. Right, just a moment, please. Try and UKT 1, Chris Reardon 1. Anyone else? What do you think we should do? Should we just keep it as it is, or should I create a United Kingdom talk Skype? I personally would go with the United Kingdom talk, so I'll add another one there. Because it's not hard to do. I just got to create another account somehow. And that'll be how it is. All right. Let's have a look. Now, what else am I going to... Oh, I found a way today. It takes me a while to work out computers and iPhones and things like that. Even my mate, Ron, sometimes and he hasn't got a laptop. Well, he has got a laptop, but he hardly uses it. He uses his Apple laptop. Not his laptop PC. He uses his Apple laptop because he does think, that he is superior to everyone else because he's got an Apple laptop. Was it an iMac Air or whatever it's called? iMac Air running Leopard or Tiger or Cat or so. I don't know what it is, dear. But that's what he does. And I was on my laptop the other day and I was trying to do something. He said, oh, why don't you do it? Look, just right click. And oh, yeah. It does take me a while to catch up. Oh, I heard a noise then. Just a moment, please. Let me just turn it off there. I heard a noise. Is that right? Is that done? That's it. No. And you know, to find different things that it does, and I right click on it. And today I have discovered, right, when I am printing little stories off and that, and there's a few bits and pieces here for the show today. Look at it all. Look at it all. We never get through it. I print all this stuff off and we never get through it. I could run over, but it's pointless because most people disappear after an hour. They've really had enough of me. I can't work that out myself. You know, I sit here and I just say a few little words and I don't understand why people get fed up after an hour of me talking. It doesn't matter. I mean, I happily sit here on my own sometimes and listen to my shows back to back for hours on end. I really do. It's also a good way, if you've got young babies, you know, or toddlers, maybe under the age of about 9 or something like that, and you can't get them to fall asleep, then simply play one of my shows. It's guaranteed to send your children and possibly you off to sleep. It really does. You know, I'll be honest with you now. Some people do download the shows onto little memory sticks. Or for those of you still in the dark ages, onto compact discs. Do you remember those? Look, look at this. I've got hundreds of these bloody things. Look, compact discs. 200, what is it? 200 of them sitting up there. They don't get used anymore. Anyone want them? You can have them for a £5. 100 CDs for a £5. Buy a collect. I'm not posting those. It'd be £5 to buy them and £25 to send them in our disgustingly overpriced post office now. How much is it now to send a load of letters? And a parcel. Have you tried to send a parcel recently? Jesus Christ, that's expensive now. Good job. I don't deliver that. I don't do. It's all emailed here. We don't send cards. I say this every year. You know, don't send cards to each other. It's too expensive. And you know, people open the card quickly and they oh, that's nice, and then they put it on the side. And it's forgotten. You know, you've spent £1 for what? 3 seconds of someone saying, oh, that's nice, and put it back on there. Now, I'm not bar humbug. I'm not. Pick up the phone. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Wendy. Merry Christmas, Terry. Something like that. Pick up the phone. It's much nicer. Now, where was we going with that one? I was talking about Twitter. Oh, but yes. So I found a way of printing on both sides of the paper. Check that out. And I use Chrome most of the time. This is a little story about the Pope. Oh, you're going to love that if we get to it. I'll make sure I get to that now. I've mentioned it. Simply, but I use Chrome a lot. And you can highlight and then right-click and print whatever's on the screen. Works much better than looking for one of those print buttons. And then I was just doing it today, and then I found a little box on the left, and it said, print both sides. I thought, how marvellous. And I ticked it, and now it prints both sides. Isn't that fantastic? Usually, because I don't waste paper, so if I'm printing off some stuff for the show or whatever, you know, I'll print one side, then I'll read it, and then I put a line through it, and I turn it over and put it back in the printing machine. The only thing is, if you've like scrunched it up a little bit at the top, or you might have folded it accidentally or something like that, it really doesn't, the printer sometimes, it gets jammed when you do that. That's the only thing. So, by printing both sides in the first place, you won't be putting back the old paper in the machine, will you? Eh? So I thought I'd mention that to you. I also, you know, I have this iPhone, and often on this, you know, I'll be typing away on it, and Ron will look over, because he likes to look over, my best mate. He likes to look over and see who I'm talking to or typing. You know, sort of nosy, dear. Nosy. He's always out the window. Oh, what's going on out there? You know, or you'll be driving, like, what are they doing over there? It's so nothing to do with him. Nothing. And you know me. Oh, no. When I'm out and about, I just mind my own business and don't comment on anything. I'm such a quiet person. I really am in real life. You know, this is obviously a global television phenomenon that I'm doing at the moment. But if I'm out, you know, if you and I were out, I'd be ever so quiet. You'd be thinking to yourself, is Chris all right because he's a bit quiet? I hardly say a word. And when I'm typing away on this and want to look over, oh, why don't you do it like that? For example, you know, I've got quite a few apps. I've got quite a few apps on here now. And I look at these apps. Oh, and sometimes I can't find the app. And I know it's on here, but I can't find it. And he said something the other day. He said, oh, just do this and type in the name of the app. Now, I can't remember what it was now. Do I flick it upwards? No, that's brought up my songs. I haven't got many songs on here. Or do I? Oh, I can't remember now. He did something on here. And you just type in it and up it pops. How clever is that? Little app coming up like that. So I do kind of learning as we go along. Learning as we go along. I went to see this. Oh, let's do some messages. Terry H says, we got fined this week £11.1 million. What, British Gas? Good. Good. Well, you must have done something wrong. Otherwise, you wouldn't have got the fine, would you? Good. Don't do anything wrong, British Gas, you naughty bit. What was the fine for? What was the actual fine for? British Gas. Were you sending out incorrect bills, were you? Trying to get a little bit more money in the bank and earning interest on it, were you? Until you send us back our overpaid budgets or whatever it is? Yes. Terry says, I didn't send cards last year and my nan kicked off on me. Well, send her one then. Send her one. Or take it. Better still, Terry. Oh, that's why she kicked off. I'm telling you that now. Terry, she kicked off at you because you sent the card. She don't want a card. She wants to see you. Her lovely little grandson. She wants to see her grandson. That's why she kicked off. Not because you didn't send a card. She wants to see you. So how about getting up off that lazy fat arse of yours and going round to visit, dear? She wants to visit. She wants to see her little grandson. And while you're around there, you know, there are always bonuses of going to see Nanny. Always get a little bit of cash. Oh, yeah. Don't forget, when you walk in, when you walk into your Nan's house, you know, sit down and say, oh, all right, Nan. And she say, oh, how are you? Thank you for coming to see me. And then you can go, well, I nearly didn't get here. And she say, why is that then? You can say to her, oh, I just about had enough money to put a couple of gallons in the car. And then 20 quid will come out of her purse. I guarantee it. I guarantee it, Terry. You get yourself round there. You'll get cakes and you'll get tea and you get sandwiches and everything. And then so, you know, as you walk in, oh, I managed to get here, Nan. I barely had enough money to put in the car. And a crisp £20, or maybe a 50. I don't know. Inflation since I was a little boy. Maybe a crisp £50 note will be placed into your little cherub-like hands from your nanny. Always worth going to see Nanny. I go and see my nan, but she don't give me anything anymore. You know, when I go and visit, no hand comes out of the grave and gives me a £50 note. Terry's going to try that. You try that and let us know how you get on, Terry, all right? Kieran says, my advice on the subject of the Skype and that, make all social media the same for continuity reasons. Oh, I've got itchy nose. You know, I've been cutting the hairs out of my nose and I think they're growing back and they start itching then, didn't they? It's horrible. Right, so that's another one for United Kingdom Talks. That's 3-1 so far, Wendy. Oh, no. And Kieran also says, I wouldn't complain if you run over. I've no intention of running over anyone. I really haven't. There'd be no running over people today, okay? Good morning to Angel. Good morning, Angel, who says, change it to the name of the show as well. Good morning. Oh, Angel's with us live this morning. Yes, it's definitely live, Angel. Look at your clock. I know. Well, let me tell you, how do you know it's live? Well, I'm looking out my window, the same direction as your window, I think, and it's nice and sunny outside, Angel. And also, it's coming up to 28 minutes to 1 o'clock. I've done half hour already. Where's that gone? I've just realised I haven't started my recording equipment. Oh, no. I can't believe that. I haven't started my recording equipment, which means... Oh, I can't believe that I haven't started stuff. Which means the sound may not be as good as it is usually, and also the picture might be a bit jittery, those of you that are watching the show. I'm really, really sorry about that. How have I forgotten to do that? How on earth did I forget to start my recording equipment? Which means we'll have to take the recording straight down from YouTube, which is not such a good quality. So apologies for that, boys and girls. Oh, I've let you down. I've let you down, haven't I? I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh, I'm annoyed about that. How can I possibly have forgotten that? Never mind, it's done now. Nothing we can do. Nothing we can do about it. Wendy says... Where are you? You'll have to start the show again. Not at 1:30 and remember everything I've done? I don't think so, Wendy. But I will have to... I'll have to do something to it. Actually, I could start and... I could start it from here and mix in the high quality. Take it from this point. Could I do that? Or should we just carry on? No, we'll just carry on. We'll just carry on as we are. Not to worry, not to worry. Sorry about that. Picture quality. It's all right for you watching live, but those that watch the recording, the picture quality won't be up to scratch as what it usually is, all right? Good morning to Daniel. Morning, Daniel. No Christmas cards, you tight arse. Oh, come on, you're having a laugh, aren't you? Who worries about Christmas cards? We don't. It's nice. It is nice to get them. It is nice to get them. Okay. In fact, Marge... Good morning, Marge. When are you taking calls? Not yet, Marge. Not yet. Marge wants to know what the snail mail address is. If people want to send a card, then I will, of course, put it on the show. I've got something to open today as well. Look, a gift. A gift which I've been asked to open on the show. Normally, I don't open gifts before Christmas, but this is from Angel. Her husband posted it through my door the other day. Angel knows my address. Don't dare say anything out of place because Angel knows my address. She started. I'm sure she came round the other day on a wheelchair and started throwing eggs up at the window. Was that you, Angel? Are you the egger? She sped along in her wheelchair, threw eggs at them, and then sped off again quickly. But I saw that the back of that wheelchair go at like 200 miles an hour down my path. I hope you notice, Angel, I do keep my path clean. I do. I've got one of those wonderful blow-in vacuum cleaner things. Massive it is, and it blows all the rubbish back over to the neighbours. So I'll open that in a bit. Marge wants to know my snail mail address to send cards to, so I'm going to give that out now. All right, get your pens ready, gang. Daniel says, not alone. Have you let us down? Have you let yourself down? It is a shambles. It is a shambles today. I can't believe I haven't started all the... There's another computer over there what records the sounds, okay, in better quality. And there's a video camera in front of me above the live camera, which records it for the recording. And it is better for people that want to watch the recording. But I've forgotten to start the damn thing. I don't think I've ever done that. Forgotten to start the thing, but there you go. It's not. So we'll have to be happy with the YouTube recording today. Well, I'm not happy, but there's nothing else I can do. Right, here we are. Here comes the snail mail address. Are you ready? Send anything you want. You know, large checks, banknotes, English please only. If you could change your money up to sterling before you pop it in the post. Please send to Chris Reardon. Care of, that's C-O, okay, Chris Reardon, C-O, The Two Brewers, B-R-E-W-E-R-S, 114, I've lost it now, where's that gone now? Oh yeah, 114 Clapham High Street, C-L-A-P-H-A-M, 114 Clapham High Street, London, SW4 7UJ. Here it is again. Chris Reardon. Next line. C-O, The Two Brewers. B-R-E-W-E-R-S. Next line, 114, Clapham High Street, Clapham, High Street. Next line, London. Next line, SW4, 7UJ. And they will get to me, okay? So if you want to use a snail mail for anything, that's the address there, okay? Daniel said the mirror ball isn't turning. Well, you must be blind then. Look, it is turning. Are you blind? Look closely. Have you got cataracts now, Daniel? Have you got cataracts? Because the mirror ball is actually turning. Thank you. You just can't see it. See? You can see it now, can't you? Yes. I want to pop your card in your door as we are so close. No, put it in a post box. You're not coming round here. No, my address. And start nicking my new boiler and installing it in another place, won't you? Right, I'm going to open this now. This is from the lovely Angel who lives just down the road. One moment, please. Oh, and good morning to Suzanne Brown, who seems to like all my posts. Good morning, Suzanne. Are you there with us today? If so, please let me know. I want to know. Can you type your address? I can find pen to do that later. Oh, if you want to, just a moment, please. Right, Chris Reardon, CO, the 2 Brewers, 114, Clapham High Street, London, SW4. Oh, what was the rest of it? Oh, I've closed the blooming thing now. Hang on a minute. No pen. The 2 Brewers. Let's have a look at that. Is that it there? One moment, please. Contact. Is that it there? Oh, yeah. There. SW4 7UJ. SW4 7UJ. There we are. There you are, Marge. Okay, darling. That's it. Daniel says I'm not a serial killer. Honest. Yeah, they all say that, Daniel. They all say they're not serial killers. They'll probably find my body dumped in plastic bags all over the country. You know, a finger here, a leg there, an arm there. No, you're not having my address. Oh, dear me. Anyway, can we open these little things? This is from the lovely Angel down the road. And she sent a little post box with her words, Christmas wishes on there. Thank you, Angel. Very kind of you, darling. That's lovely, that is. Little card there. All right. And Angel says, thank you for bringing a smile to my face from the lovely Angel. Thank you, Angel. I like to make people try and get people to smile. Have a wonderful Christmas. There you are. She writes in there. Isn't that nice? Look at that lovely little card there. That's nice, that is. Thank you, Angel. Appreciate that. Oh, hang on. Drop that now. Is there a way of displaying these here somewhere? I have to think about that. I shall think about that. Meanwhile, I shall place it in front of me there. And a gift has arrived as well. One moment, please. Now, what could this be? Look, it's all packaged in a nice little thing there. Now, please, I honestly really rarely open gifts before Christmas. I do mean that. But she has asked me specially to open this, so I will do now. I think it might be a pen. Let me have a look. Oh, no, it's not a pen. I like the box. Oh, I like the box. This could go on my nose, Angel. Look. Oh, yes, it's on my nose. Opening. What could it be? Oh, there's not a spider about to drop out or anything like that, is there, Angel? Isn't that nice? Look at that nice. Is it crepe paper or tissue paper? Yellow tissue paper. Or could it be a fridge magnet? Or it could be a bookmark. I don't know. What's it say? Chris Reardon. Oh, wow. What is this? Chris Reardon DJ. Look at that. Chris Reardon DJ. I like this. Does that iron on or something? Or perhaps I could just have it at the bottom of the screen there like that. No, just sitting there. Maybe I can do a picture over screen or something. Thank you very much, Angel. I like it. I'm gonna stick it onto my clothes like that so people know I'm a DJ. Sometimes, judging from the way I DJ, you know, people do wonder if I am actually DJing. Thank you very much for that, Angel. That's much appreciated. Look at that. I'm very happy with that. Thank you, Angel. Look. Chris Reardon DJ. Does it iron on or something? Or maybe I should just... Where could I... Could I put that there? No, you can't really see it there, can you? Maybe somewhere a bit closer. I don't know how I would do that. I'll have to think about that. I might put it there, actually, Angel. Put a couple of little sticky things and put it there somewhere. So the whole world can see what a kind, wondrous person you are for installing me a little label. Thank you, oh, you're a good girl, Angel. Thank you, Angel. My heart goes out to you. Here far, my heart will belong to you, or words to that effect. All right? Thank you, thank you. Daniel says, I know where you live. How do you know where I live? All right, send me my address then. Come on. Come on, clever clogs. Send me your address. Send me my address, Daniel, if you think you know where I'm living. Now, I must read you this little story in today's Daily Express. Oh, let me just... I sometimes miss the messages that people are putting while the show is live on Google+. I'm never quite sure how that works. We have got some emails and messages coming up, boys and girls, that you've been sending in this week. Good news, boys and girls. All donkeys go to heaven. Yes, they do. Where's my glasses? Oh, no. Where are they? Oh, God. They're on the floor. It is an utter shambles today, isn't it? I forgot to hit my recording buttons. And now, to make matters even worse, I can't find my glasses. Please, God, where are my glasses? Oh, I can't find them. I shall have to do without sunglasses. No. Oh, there's a glass box. Hang on. Oh, nothing in it. I reckon I'll put them in the other room. Can you hang on a second? Let me see if they're in the other room. In Studio 17. 1 moment, please. No, they're not in there either. I don't know where I've put those. Must be here somewhere. I never take them out. Oh, there they are on the floor. 1 minute. Oh, there's a battery here. I wonder what that's for. I've got 2 batteries here. Oh, what they're there for. Thank you. The glasses are here. Worry not. I can see once again you have appeared in full colour. And the story in the Daily Express, all donkeys go to heaven. In his weekly audience in St. Peter's, Francis quoted Pope Francis. Why are they calling him Francis? It's Pope Francis. Daily Express, do try and get it right, dears. A little bit of respect. Is this from my friend Nathan? Let me have a look. Nathan Rayo. He writes stories in the Daily Express. He's my friend. Yes. He used to come clubbing to a place where I DJ'd at. And I started commenting on the Daily Express weather stories and how ridiculous they were. And I suddenly got a tweet from him saying, I'm glad you like my weather stories. From Nathan, and I recognised his name. I thought, well, you don't know many Nathans, do you? Do you know what I mean? And I thought, yeah, that's got to be him. I don't know if this is his writing or not. I haven't printed out the thing on the... Is it by... No, it's not on there. Anyway. So, in his weekly audience in St. Peter's, Pope Francis quoted the Apostle Paul, who comforted a child who was crying after his dog died. One day, will we see our animals again in eternity of Christ, Pope Francis quoted Paul as saying. The Pope added, paradise is open to all God's creatures. Oh, isn't that fantastic news? So those of you with dead dogs and cats and goldfish and budgerigars and horses and things like that, we will meet them all again in heaven. And I do hope Even animals, or possibly that were killed in abattoirs. And I do hope that all those animals killed in abattoirs will remember the people that killed them. How'd you fancy that if you're working in an abattoir, eh? Meeting up again with those animals that you killed in heaven. Bet you're looking forward to that, aren't you? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Not my pussy, though. My pussy downstairs. Oh, no, she's obviously not in heaven yet. But when she goes, if she goes first, I don't know. Maybe I'll go before she does. You don't know these things, do you? You know, but if she goes first, you know, because she's quite old now, then I'm thinking to myself, you know, how lovely that I will be able to meet. Maybe she will be waiting at the gates of heaven for me with my mum and dad. Although I hope the guinea pig that I wasn't very nice to in primary school doesn't meet me. This week the Pope was presented with 2 donkeys named Theo and Noah by a company that produces donkey milk for babies that are allergic to other milks. Do people give babies donkey milk? Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Oh no, donkey milk? Oh, apparently they do, according to this. Anyway, after thanking him for the curious gift, why is it a curious gift to give someone a couple of donkeys for Christmas? I've got a beautiful sheep that I'm going to give Ronnie this Christmas. I've ordered a sheep from the farm because he's scared of sheep. He said they're evil creatures. They lull you into a false sense of security and then they barge you. I know, sheep. That's what he said, not me, him. It goes on. After thanking him for the curious gift, a delighted Pope Francis revealed that he too, as a baby, was fed donkey milk. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that you could give babies donkey milk. Anyone else know about this? The Pope was very happy. Pope Francis told me today, to this bloke who gave him the donkeys, in front of media, that his mother regularly gave him donkey milk, where she could not provide enough breast milk. Well, we're going to leave that story. Oh, my word. Donkey milk. God. I don't like the. I mean, I can understand goat milk, perhaps. Donkey milk? Oh, I don't know. Let's do some more messages. We got Barry Manilow news coming up in a minute. Marge says, if you drink donkey milk, you'll grow to be an arse. Yeah, that's me. That's me. I am an ass, and yet I didn't have donkey milk, I don't think. Daniel seems to. Oh yes, but do you know what number, Daniel? Do you know what number I live at? And if you do, prove it by posting a letter through this morning, all right? Thank you. Barry Manilow news, boys and girls. Yes. This has come live from Wendy. If I can find it. There it is. Barry Manilow news today from New York. First recognised by the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences with a Grammy Award for Best Pop Male Vocal Performance for his mega hit at the Copacabana. In 1978, Barry Manilow is celebrating his 14th. Hear it, Lady Gaga. Hear it, Madonna. Hear it, you pathetic waste of space in the charts at the moment. Examples, Cheryl Cole. Many, many other examples in the... Can you hear that? 14th Grammy nomination. Yes? Are you listening? Are you listening, Dizzy Rascal? Are you listening, Girls Aloud? Are you listening, No Erection? Sorry, One Direction. Although I don't think they could get one between them, to be honest. But No Direction, are you listening as well? 14th Grammy Award, okay? Barry Manilow, 14th Grammy Award. nomination for Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album for his 2014 release, Night Songs. The nomination of Night Songs marks a personal milestone for the pop legend, okay? As he has now been nominated for a Grammy Award in each of the past 5 decades. Thank you. Those of you that sit there constantly and take the piss out of Barry Manilow, are you listening to this? Night Songs features Manilow stripping down. Pardon? Oh, sorry. I wonder what was going on there. He doesn't do anything like that. You don't come to a Barry Manilow show. Don't think you can't bring your mother there. Because there are people at Barry shows that are older than your mother. There are. Night Songs features Manilow stripping down to nothing but a... what does that say? Oh, nothing but a piano and singing some of the greatest standards of all time. All the songs were personally selected by Barry and how from the greatest composers of the 20th century, but are not necessarily their best-known works. Notice I'm saying Barry and not Manilow. Now, often in these stories, they use the surname, but we don't need to use the surname because you say Barry and automatically people think of Barry. It's a little bit like Beyonce or Cheryl. How many nominations has Cheryl had? Has it been 5 maybe, or 4? 3? 2 maybe? 1? Has there been any Grammy nominations? Grammy nominations for Cheryl Cole? I can't really think myself. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. All of the songs were personally selected by Barry and Howe from the greatest composers of the 20th century, but are not necessarily their best-known works. I'm so happy and honoured by the Grammy voters nominated Night Songs, says Barry. This album is one of my personal favourites. Night Songs was produced by Barry Manilow, released by Stiletto Entertainment, and distributed by Ingroves in association with the Universal Music Group. Isn't that fantastic? It's just fantastic. So that's his album before the present one, which is the duet one. Where is that? Here it is. There it is. Which is the duet one. Barry Manilow, My Dream Duets. That's the one out now. Okay, my darlings. The one before that was Night Songs. That's the one that's gone up for the Grammy. Although this one should be... Maybe someone should put this one up next year as well. Do you know, I bought this for my car. And, of course, the new car, no CD player. So I've got to convert that onto one of those sticks and put it on that. Don't forget the email address, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Marge, I don't think we're going to have time to do a phone call today. Sorry about that, darling. But I've had so much to get through today. Last House on the End, maybe the one with the solo on the roof. Is it that one? Is it that one, Daniel? Or could it be one of the other ones? I'm not telling you. I thought you knew my address. Don't you know it then? You'll have to come round, won't you, and suss it out. And your little plumbing van or something like that. Sorry about that, Marge. However, Marge has sent in a few emails here. What else did I want to tell you about? Oh, I'm going to save that. I'll save that other story for maybe Tuesday's show next week. Because I went to see Paddington, the film. Paddington on Tuesday. It's really good. Go and see it. That's all I'll say. The Paddington Bear film. Very good. Go and see it. Marge sent in a couple of messages this week, which I seem to have missed. When I mentioned Nutcrackers, because we were talking about the Nutcracker movie, weren't we? Or the Nutcracker ballet. And Ronnie says it's a ballet. I thought it was a film. Marge thought it was a film. And... no, I thought it was a ballet as well, actually. Marge says, when I mentioned the Nutcrackers, I was thinking about the movie with Mikhail Baryshnikov, who also did ballet in the movie The Nutcracker. Yeah, I thought there is a movie as well, isn't it, Marge? And on the subject of Fireman Sam. Now, I'd never heard of Fireman Sam. Apparently, it's a children's thing. And Marge says, I just downloaded a video game to play, and it had Fireman Sam in it. A sort of literally burnt face man who lectured kids on fires. Funny you talk about him now in your video. No, I don't think that. I don't think that's going to be the same thing, Marge. I think Fireman Sam is a a children's puppet program here in the UK. On the subject of spiders, because I'd said last week that, I'd seen a spider on the wall this week, which had to be disposed of in a humane way, of course. Marge says, I love spiders. Did you know an angel loses its wings when you kill a spider? Did you know that? Well, there must be a lot of spiders up there with no wings then, I'll tell you that now. A lot of angels with no wings. I'm sorry. Some of them are massive. Some of them. Do you even leave large spiders, Marge? Great big spiders. Do you leave those as well? Oh, no, dear. Ian Duff writes on the subject of one of the videos 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry, I missed these. Please, I've said this so many times before. Please, if you're going to send in a little comment, do it on an email. All right? Because I miss the comments sometimes put, even on Facebook. Either put on Facebook or on, if you want them read, I mean, if you want to comment on Facebook, that's fine, or anything else. But I often miss them to read out on the show. If you want something read out on the show, please do it on an email or a tweeting Twitter. Twitter, Chris Reardon UK, or email chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Please send them in on that. Ian said on the subject of when I did a little family video when I went up there a couple of weeks ago to see Santa Claus with all the little children, my niece and nephew's children. It says, that looked like a lot of fun getting the family together for a meal and a little loading. Yes, loading with the food. Loading with the food. Very nice indeed. Hello to Martin Carmichael Moore. What a name. It's the Triple M's MMM. Hello, Martin. Who says, how could you not have heard of Fireman Sam? Well, I haven't. Sorry. And you're not. And more mirror checks required when driving, sir. Apparently, I'm not checking my mirror because sometimes I might do a little short video from the car. I'll put the camera just in front of me behind the steering wheel and just talk and drive at the same time. Martin also says you were talking about the Union flag. Like there's a Union Jack and the Union flag. The Union Jack, I think you see on ships and things like that, but it is actually the same flag. And Martin says, and the Union flag is the correct name for it, which is behind me there. That's the Union flag. But there is no difference between the Union flag and the Union Jack. It's just the name given it to when it's flown as our flag just happens to be in a Jack design. Unsurprising from a country with such a rich naval heritage, which is what we have here in the UK. All right. Let me just check. I've done all my little messages. Oh, must also thank Angel for sending in little pictures a couple of weeks ago of her matchstick creations. She says, I'm hopeful sending you all the links to the matchstick pictures, and thank you very much for those. There should be pictures of boat, which indeed there were, boathouse, tram, farm truck, gun truck, gypsy caravan, merry-go-round, video, train, windmill, window, video. It's fantastic. She says, I'm having mega computer problems, miscommunication between keyboard and computer. Keyboard is fine. I tried it on the laptop. Think I'll have to do a reformat. Oh, God, are you really? Do you know, I think I've only ever done that a couple of times in all these years, a reformat the computer. It is a long time doing that, isn't it? Takes forever. Just typing this has nearly taken me an hour. Hopefully I'll send all the links, and you have indeed sent all the links, so thank you very much for those, lovely Angel. All right. Finally today, I've been looking at these electric bikes. I'm quite taken with electric bikes. I saw a lot of them when I was in Tel Aviv about 6 weeks ago now. And it seemed to be a very popular way of transport in Tel Aviv is certainly bicycle. And a lot of, I would say 60, 70% of the bikes I saw in Tel Aviv are electric. Now, I've always known about these electric bikes, and I know they sold them, but I've never actually seen one. Certainly not around here or in London. But in Tel Aviv, there were a lot of people riding it, and I found one that I really like. Have a look at this. Look at that. Oh, wow. How beautiful is that? That is an electric bike, boys and girls. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? It's red and white. This one, I'm not even going to tell you the price. It's really expensive. I mean, really expensive. but I'm thinking I might just save up for that. Doesn't it look nice, eh? Electric bike. Fantastic. I'm very, very much tempted. Those of you just listening to the show, not watching, it is red and white, and it's got like a big battery pack thing on there, and it's very expensive. I should need at least 3 locks on that one. Let me have a look there. There we are. Right, I think we're done today, boys and girls. Okay, we're done today. Once again, thank you very much for listening and watching. Those of you watching a recording of the show, I'm very sorry, it won't be up to the quality will not be as good today, simply because I forgot to start the recording camera. I usually have another camera for recording the show above the live camera, and I forgot to start the blooming thing recording, so we haven't got that today. But so you're watching the download back from YouTube, because when you do a show live, it records it automatically at YouTube, but for some reason I find it a little bit jerky. I don't know why that is, so apologies for that. Send in an email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Don't forget, I do a short video every day, up to about 10 minutes long, sort of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, and you can find those by going to my main website, unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. You have a nice Saturday. I'm working. Where am I working tonight? I'm up in Coventry tonight doing some DJing at a club called Rainbows, and they always make me feel very welcome down there, and I get copious cups of tea as well. All right, have a nice Saturday. I'll see you for the short shows next week. Bye bye now.